Hello, the seasoned spouse is here to talk to you today about care packages, how to send them, what to put in them, and some good guidelines for sending a care package during the holidays. Now, you guys are going to witness a first ever for me. Typically, when I send my husband a care package, it looks like this inside, just brown plain cardboard. I am not crafty. I am not a decorator. And so I have never decorated a care package before. But today, for the first time ever, I will be decorating this care package, and you get to watch me do it live. So I am featuring a design from Countdowns and Cupcakes. How cute is this? This is what we'll be decorating our package with today. And the owner and designer of Countdowns and Cupcakes will also be joining us in the comments. So if you have any questions about care packages, how to decorate them, and tips for sending them, then both of us are happy to answer your questions. So today we are going to be talking about tips for sending care packages during the holidays. And I want to start with when to send them, which is in advance, as early as possible, because every deployment has been different. This is my husband's 7th deployment, and sometimes packages have taken a month or more to get to him. And sometimes it's as quick as a week. So it's really hard to tell sometimes unless you've been sending them for a while during the same deployment. And the post office puts out guidelines of when to send your packages in order for them to get overseas by the holidays. And one of the biggest deadlines for overseas deployed troops is December 11th. So it depends where they are, it depends what they're doing, but that's a good date to keep in mind. So you still have some time to get your packages, get them together, and send them overseas for them to be there by Christmas. So the first question people have is, what do you use to send the care package? What materials? And you're going to want to use a box like this. It's from the post office, and it'll say priority mail. And these are designed for, sometimes they say it on the flap, these are designed for overseas military addresses, for FPO and APO addresses. The reason you want to use this box is because it's a flat rate. That means you can put anything you want in it. It doesn't matter what it weighs. The post office is going to charge you $17 for this size box. Now, if you use any old box from home, you're allowed to do that. You can just take an extra cardboard box and put things into it. But if you're putting in a lot of food or a lot of heavy objects, you can very quickly go over that $17 limit. So these are the most convenient, and the post office will give them to you for free. There is a tab on the USPS website specifically for military families, and it's just USPS.com/military, I think, or you can search military supplies on their site. And they will send you an entire package of 10 boxes, and you can get tape, and you can get packing labels, and everything that you need for free. So stock up on all of that so that you can make your care packages easily at home without trying to build them in the post office. So my first tip when you're putting your box together is to make sure that you have taped, not just on the bottom, but you also want to tape on the sides, anywhere that it is able to come loose, because these things get thrown around, they get tossed around all over the place, and you don't want your spouse's care package to be exploding when you're sending it. So today, we are going to be using, like I said, my first ever decoration, and I'm excited. So this is from Countdowns and Cupcakes. She is a military spouse blogger who features all kinds of really cool, fun care package designs. Obviously, this one is a Christmas theme, but there are tons of designs on her website, which is www.countdownsandcupcakes.com, all written out in words. And I'd encourage you to go and check it out, because not only does she have standard ones for different holidays and different events, but she can also customize. So if you want your service member's name to be on their care package in these cute letterings, or if you want to commemorate your 3rd anniversary or something unique like that, she can do that. And she's really crafty and much more talented than I am. So all of her designs come in a package just like this. And the big square is for the bottom of your box. And then there's 4 flaps here to put on the sides of the box. And every single one has a card with ideas for what you might want to send in that particular package, which I think is brilliant because, let's be honest, sometimes I run out of ideas and all I'm sending is one care package after another full of beef jerky and oodles and noodles. So she has really fun ideas of what to send. And to decorate the box, it's very easy. We're going to take out the big one first. Fun, right? And I've already prepared my box by using some double stick tape. Right, there you go. See? There's double stick tape all along it so that all you got to do is put your design into the box and stick it on down. And she's got it pre-cut so that it fits very nicely into the bottom of the box, like so. And then there's 4 different flaps. And like I said, she does custom designs for every holiday and every package. So this one is for Christmas. And you'll see it is just super fun. Here's the first flap. And then there's these cute packages that I think are made of real wrapping paper, which is very fun. And now these are my favorite. Check this out. These are going to go on the 2 side flaps of the box. And it's just made with cardstock and some foil paper, and then these really cute stickers, like foam decorative stickers. So we're just going to place these. I had also put double stick tape on my flaps so that it's very easy to do. There you go. There's our Christmas tree. And then up here we'll put Merry Christmas. And these are the presents that go under the tree. And there you have it. That is my first ever decorated care package.
That's cool.
It's very cool. And I see a question from Lauren. Oh, thank you. They are adorable. So the website that makes these is called Countdowns and Cupcakes. And the designer and owner of that site is in our comments. She's watching right now. So if you want to give her a compliment about the design or if you want to ask her a question, feel free to do so. So next we're going to talk about what to put in the package. No, not quite yet. I'm sorry. I need to mention some things. Thanks, Rachel. I do love them. So I need to tell you, so all of her designs, if you go to her site, which is www.countdownsandcupcakes.com, all of her designs are typically $12, like the one that's here or any of the standard holiday ones. And then if you do a custom design where she has to cut out, you know, your name or your service member's name or a particular date that's important to you, those designs are $18. And there is a special sale that I need to tell you about. So from now until Cyber Monday, next Monday, right after Thanksgiving, she's offering a special discount on the site of 30% off, which is really cool. And that promo code is THANKFUL, all in caps. THANKFUL will get you 30% off on the Countdowns and Cupcakes care package designs. So I encourage you to check them out. You can find this one that's perfect for Christmas. There's a New Year's design, and then there's some for birthdays and anniversaries or any time of the year. So I definitely encourage you to stock up on those. Thanks, Lauren. I hope you do check it out and share it with everyone. I think that she does a great job, and I love how cute and clean and sparkly it all is. So, and I finally need to mention that she is a military spouse and she does support military organizations and families. And so 10% of all her sales go to organizations that support military families. And she changes the organizations every quarter of the year. So she supports lots of different great groups, lots of nonprofits. And I think it's just a win-win all around. So you get a beautiful care package, military organizations get some funds, and everyone is happy. So I'm glad you guys like that. And now we're going to talk a little bit about what to put in your care package, because it can be really challenging to decide what to include and what's going to survive the best. So because this one is Christmas, we decided that we should include something a little bit fun for my husband. He's missing Christmas with our family, which is a little sad. So the kids went to the store and they picked out a little stocking for him and some candy and some Christmas gifts. So we're going to include them in the box just to give him a little bit of that festive cheer. But some other go-to items that are always popular are beef jerky and protein snacks, Slim Jims. We go through a lot of these for your deployment because depending where your service member is, sometimes they have access to a chow hall or a PX, sometimes they don't. Typically, they'd have access to a microwave, but in this case, my husband does not, so I can't send microwavable things. And then some other snacks, and it's always popular to include something to flavor their water and their drinks because everyone likes something different, but just include something because it gets boring drinking water all the time. So we'll throw those in there. And then something that's really easy to send is little card games or little games to pass the time. This one just comes in a little metal tin. There are tons of things you can find online that are around this size. And I usually throw something like that in there just to give my husband a little break and give him something to relax and play with. It's not like the best Christmas gift ever. It's just something to break up the monotony. And now we're going to put together his stocking. All right. So my daughter picked out this for him because she said it was just the cutest thing and he had to have it in his stocking. And Reese's are his favorite candy. Now I do have to caution you about sending chocolate overseas. Depending where your service member is located, see I have more, he likes chocolate. Depending where they are located, the temperatures can get pretty hot. The care packages are not sent in a controlled environment, so you need to be careful where you're sending them, and if it is chocolate and it's a bunch of individually wrapped things, sometimes they can melt and destroy everything. So make sure that chocolate stays in a sealed package, like a Ziploc bag or in the original packaging, just so that it doesn't leak over everything else in the package. And then we always include some artwork and little notes from our youngest. So I'll tuck that in there. And I'll usually include a handwritten note or card as well. And so now we have a lovely care package to send for the holidays to my husband during deployment. So I am really excited to get that out to him. And like I said, if you send them between now and early December, you should be able to meet the deadlines and get everything there in time for the holidays. Yes, Rachel says that the little Mio water things are great. You can throw lots of little things into your care packages. A good tip, I'm probably going to end up putting a little bit more into this box because it's good to keep things fairly tight, and you don't want it to be so much that they're going to explode the box, but you don't want things to be shifting around and knocking into each other too much, so you want to pack it kind of snug. And what I didn't include, which I usually do, is like some tuna fish and some snacks and things that he can make on the go. So I'll probably add those. But today I want to close with a just quick tip on how to do customs forms, because this is a new thing for a lot of people who haven't had a deployed service member before. So when you close up your package and you're going to put your address, you can either use a sticker like this or you can write it directly on the box. That's the address label. Now this is a customs form, which is in addition to the address, and it's a separate thing. Oh, here's a fun game. So all 4 of my kids are home today, and I was wondering who would first make an appearance.
Mommy.
And it is the youngest. So I'm going to say hi.
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody. This is our youngest, and she's watching some Elmo. Okay, I need to go back to your room, sweetie.
I want something else.
Okay, then have Sophie help you do something else, okay?
I want
You can switch to something else.
a good mouse first. I want a good mouse cookie.
I know, she loves
I want
too
the
much.
the
Give a mouse a
kiddo
cookie.
one.
So this is the joys of being a blogger and working from home. All 4 of my kids are home today, and I did not realize that was going to happen. So here we are. Can I get a thumbs up or a heart of anyone else that has children at home today? That would be lovely. One moment. All right, I guess we. Okay, say bye, everybody.
I wanted the other
The
one.
other one? Oh my goodness.
That thing's off, right?
No, Sophie, it's still going. So, do you want to help Mary out here with the show?
I want the one about
Go talk to Sophie about it.
Here, Mary, can I find your
Sophie,
I
I
have
want
2
the
kids
one
here. So,
about camping
thank you
out.
for, no, that way, go that way.
I want the camping out one.
Let's go, Mary.
Alrighty.
The camping
Thank you.
out.
So,
Yeah,
thank you for bearing with me. The address on the customs form, I wrote out a generic one here in Sharpie so that you can kind of see. The top part up here, this is for you. This is your information, just like you'd fill out a return address label. And where people get confused is on the second section here. This is for the service member. And usually when you see a military address during deployment, it has about 4 or 5 lines, and there's a lot of numbers, and it's very strange looking. So you just use the section here. You're going to put their military unit. That's not my husband's unit. I just made that up. But you're going to put a military unit right here for the company. And then usually they'll be assigned to a particular company within that unit. So it'll have, 1/1 is the military unit. And then the company might be A company, B company, C company. So you'd write that on like the business line. And then on the next line, each military unit has a unit number. It's usually 5 digits long. And you just put that by itself on the next line. And then down here, the next part of a military address will say FPO AP or FPO AE. And you basically just treat FPO like their city, and then AP or AE like their state. So you can also do that when you're ordering things online. Amazon will ship directly to FPO addresses, which is awesome. So just use FPO as the city, and then AP, which is for the Pacific, or AE, which is for Europe. Use that as their state, and then just put the zip code right up here. And then one important tip is do not write a country. Okay, even if you know that your service member is in Afghanistan or in Iraq, do not write that country on the box, because then it will be diverted to Iraqi customs or Afghanistan customs rather than the USPS, and that will severely delay your package, and it might not even get to them. So do not write a country. This is considered an American address, even though we know and the post office knows that it's going overseas. And then the important part of customs is that you have to declare what is inside of your box. And this is where you list all the items in these boxes right down here. Now, you don't need to put every single type of snack, the 3 bags of jerky and 2 bags of chips. You can just write snacks generically and put how many of them are on there and their approximate value. If you send a game, if you send socks, if you send something else, that goes on its own line. Basic tips on what not to send would be anything liquid. So I know sometimes people want to send Monsters or they want to send beverages, and I know people who've done it successfully in a sealed Ziploc bag, but it's really not recommended because of the pressure changes and the temperature changes that a box is going to go through. You're really setting yourself up to have exploded beverages all over your package. So don't send liquid, don't send batteries. anything flammable, anything explosive, anything that can melt. And then if you do send something perishable like baked goods, there are some ways that you can do that. You'd have to seal them and vacuum pack them and take some additional steps so that they don't become moldy and destroyed in the time that it takes them to ship. You can look that up online. There's lots of tips on how to do it, but it does require a process. Don't just throw a bunch of cookies in a bag and put it into your care package. So those are the tips I have for you today. I will show you again the beautiful Christmas care package that we are sending. And the decorations are all courtesy of Countdowns and Cupcakes. Yes, she says she knows about the exploding beverage problems too. So this is the design that I got from Countdowns and Cupcakes. You can get the same exact design on her website for $12, unless you shop between now and Cyber Monday, and then you can use the promo code THANKFUL to get 30% off. So that's an exciting deal. And I told you about when to send, which is anytime between now and December 11th. And I told you what to send, which is lots of non-perishable snacks and some games and anything that makes them comfortable. And then I told you about how to fill out the customs form and the address labels. Oh, and in the beginning, I told you that you can get this box and any of your shipping materials for free from the U.S. Postal Service. So before we go, does anyone have questions for me or for Rachel about the care package designs or what you would like to send? Is there something you're considering sending in a package and you don't know if it'll work out well or not? We can answer those questions, because this is my husband's 7th deployment, and I do not know how many care packages I've sent, but probably 30 or 40 or something like that. So some have worked out really well, and then there's a couple that were disasters. Sabrina has a question. Do toiletries typically ship well as long as they're wrapped in Ziploc bags? If you mean like toothpaste and shampoo and things like that, yes. I think as long as they're in a Ziploc bag, that's going to be your safest bet. And I would go for the travel size, not a giant bottle of shampoo or soap, because the travel size, it's got more packaging and it's going to be better able to handle those temperature and pressure changes from being flown or shipped to another location. So those are fine. I have sent things like that, but something pressurized like shaving cream is not recommended, because when those contents either heat up or cool down or get jostled during the transport, shaving cream can explode. So that's a pressurized item. Hairspray would be another bad choice. So just got to pick and choose your toiletries carefully. But yeah, that's a good question, because that's something that they ask for. And I was going to share a care package disaster story with you. If anyone else has something that has gone horribly wrong with a care package, feel free to jump in and let me know that I'm not alone here. So when my husband was deployed his 4th time, I believe, it was during his birthday, and I wanted to be a really nice wife and send him some birthday cake in time for his birthday. And I had read these great ideas online about how you can prepare and package birthday cake into mason jars and get it sealed up and then send a box of icing, and he could make his own little birthday cake, which I thought would be so fun. And I thought I followed all the directions, and I had these jars vacuum sealed and put them all into the box, because mason jars do fit nicely into this box. But I did something wrong, because when they arrived to him about 2 or 3 weeks later, the seals had not held up, and all of the contents of those jars was moldy and as disgusting as you can imagine. So that was the year that he got moldy cake for his birthday, and he did not eat that. And Rachel's adding that if you send bar soap, put it in plastic bags too. Oh yeah, because the flavors and the scents do all mingle. That's a really good point. If you're sending anything with a strong scent, like shaving soap or even a candle or something like that, it sits in that box and it's like a little oven, and everything in the box is going to have that flavor. So if it's an okay scent, like, you know, cinnamon or Christmassy or something that you don't mind the whole box smelling like, that's fine. But if it's a really strong, bizarre flavor that they might not want to be walking around with for the next couple days, then definitely put that into a Ziploc bag. So in general, the more Ziploc bags you include in a care package, the better it's going to go. So I think those are our tips for you today about getting your free packaging materials, getting your cute care package decorations and designs, and what to include and how to fill out the label. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I encourage you to check out the website where I got these designs, which is www.countdownsandcupcakes.com. There's lots of holiday designs on there, or you can customize your own for special events and occasions. So thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.